got for my birthday. It looks sick. So, I'm going to be repping it today. Imola, Grand Prix, Practice 1. Everything's ready to go. So hang on, do that. Nice. And, yeah. Bosh. We're good to go. There is a couple things to mention before this weekend actually kicks off. Number one, Ollie Behrman is going to be in the car for Practice 1 today, right now. And it's so hilarious because literally like an hour ago, he crashed, he binned it in F2 practice, hit the wall, mashed his car up pretty badly actually. So I just think it's hilarious that they've got him for Practice 1 in F1, yet he binned it in F2. I just think that's quite funny. And honestly, I've been genuinely quite distant from the world of F1 in recent times. When I say recent times, I mean a couple weeks, so I don't really know if anything's gone down. What I do know is Aston Martin, I believe, have got some upgrades. Ferrari have got a lot of upgrades. Mercedes have got a couple, and Red Bull have a couple. That's about it. Apparently, Ferraris and Astons are actually quite significant, I think. Could be wrong, but that's what I think I've heard. And yeah, that's all I really know, to be honest. I mean, usually I spend most of my day just, like, you know, looking around on Twitter for any F1 news and things like that. But that's just not what I've been doing at all. See, I don't really know what's going down. But I mean, oh yeah, I saw this as well. George Russell driving around in some really old car. I think is that an old, like, Mercedes F1 car from, like, you know, the back in the 1950s. That's pretty cool. It's also very ideal that Russell's driving it, seeing as he's the poshest person ever. We are going to begin in 7 minutes. We've got the live timing's actually a bit bugged right now. Oh, there you go, it fixed itself. Ugh, I actually have severe PTSD from last season in Texas. No, Las Vegas. The live timing thought we were in Texas. So the live timing was actually showing the Grand Prix of Texas, even though we were in Las Vegas doing the Las Vegas Grand Prix, and I sort of ruined that stream a little bit because I couldn't bring, like, proper live correct updates because the live timing wasn't working. And it was similar with this for a second. It kept saying that we're in Imola, and it kept playing, like, checkered flag radios from Miami. Did I say Imola? I meant Miami, but yeah, we're all good, and that's the main thing. We'll get the sector times up. Of course, this is only practice, so the live timing isn't that important. I can just look at the Sky broadcast. What the hell was that? So someone just clotted my window, I reckon. Did you hear that? That was the loudest thing I've... Hang on, let's have an investigation. What the hell was that? I'm so confused. I just heard, like, a massive clang on my window. Huh. Anyway, yeah, so... nothing really going down. Oh, I forgot the biggest thing. Obviously, this weekend is the 30th anniversary of the passing of Senna, who of course died at Imola. Although back then it was called San Marino, even though it wasn't in San Marino. However, this ain't a dig, well, it is a little bit, but I feel like they're over-milking it a little bit. The amount of tweets that I've seen about Senna from, like, 3 specific Twitter accounts, I think the McLaren F1 Twitter account, and just those accounts, like, I get you want to, you know, celebrate the life of Ayrton Senna, but, like, come on. Like, they were... literally every single tweet was something about him. Relax, okay? Let's just... I don't even know. It was pissing me off a little bit, but you know, it's nice as well what they've done. They've got, like, they're selling, like, Senna specific shirts, It's like the Brazil flag, and they're doing like marathons and shit in his honor, which is very cool. That's a big W. Vettel's there and everything. You know Vettel's all about that sustainability, so we like that as well. And of course, it's not just Ayrton Senna. It's Roland. Oh, what's his second name? Ain't it Ratzenberger, or is that someone else? I can't remember. I really should remember. Now, of course, my title isn't a lie, by the way. I don't know if you can't see him on the camera in full, but Max Verstappen is there. There. You can't see his upper body. You can on my normal streams. That's just because my normal streams, my camera's on that monitor rather than this monitor, and it's more zoomed out. But he is there. He is chilling. It's really getting a bit hot. It's a very hot day in England today. 17 degrees. Doesn't sound that hot, but trust me, it is. But it's a nice hot. It's not like sweaty. It's not burning. It's just a lovely bit of sun ray, a nice bit of vitamin D. We've got about 3 minutes before we start, so I might as well read you through a couple of quotes from some drivers about this weekend. So we've got Checo on the Imola upgrades and aiming to maximize the car balance in different fuel loads. And he says, we're going to have the same upgrades on both cars. We don't expect a huge upgrade, so what is more important is to maximize the balance of the car for low fuel and high fuel, but I think the upgrades we have are less significant here. I swear this geezer only goes on about his car's balance. Like, even last year when he was really struggling, he was only talking about his balance and his setup. Like, you've been in this sport for, like, what, 12, 13 years? Surely you know how setups work at this point, do you know what I mean? But yeah, Checo needs a bit of a comeback. Miami was a big stinger for him. He almost killed his teammate twice in the sprint race and the main race, locking up into turn 1, and it just didn't have the pace at all. I mean, neither did Verstappen, but Verstappen was still comfortable. What is going on? I keep hearing shit knocking on my window, and wait, is it behind me maybe? I'm so confused. I keep hearing like something donking on my window. What is it? Someone tell me. I'm curious. Another quote from Checo. This is on McLaren, on being a challenger to Red Bull. I don't see any reason why McLaren can't challenge. I believe they will be very strong. Ferrari will be very strong, and the pressure is on for those teams to deliver weekend after weekend. If you are able to deliver on a weekend another team doesn't, then the swing around will be huge. Nice, man, nice. Good for you, Checo. Good, yeah, good thing. Here we go. Anything else? Oh, there you go. Imola GP full upgrade list. Now, this is what I was looking for. Now I found it. Massive W. Right. Where am I looking? Oh, here. So, Red Bull have 4 performance and 1 C-spec. What does that mean? I thought I should know what C-spec means, but I genuinely don't know what C-spec means. Ferrari has 7 performance, McLaren 2 C-spec, Mercedes 2 performance, 3 C-spec, Aston Martin 9 performance, Haas 3 performance, Alpine 1 performance, Williams 1 reliability, and Sauber 1 performance. So those are all your upgrades. And we're about to see those upgrades in action as the green flag has been waved. And the Imola Grand Prix is here. You don't understand how excited I am for these European races. The struggle and the horror of having to stay up in the middle of the night, weekend after weekend, for, multiple weekends in a row. It's such a long effort. You had, China was 7 in the morning, Japan was 4 in the morning, Australia was like 2:30 in the morning, back to back. And now, pretty much from now, all the way until November for Las Vegas, every single race weekend is either in the middle of the day or at worst a bit in the evening, like 6-7 p.m. And I can't wait. And of course, another fantastic part about this weekend, F2 is back. I was actually debating on not even bothering with F2, but I thought it's on. I'm going to watch it in my own time anyway. Why not stream it? So, after this session, I don't actually remember the specific times, because with F2, they don't do it by my time zone. They do it on Imola's time zone. I think it's 3 p.m. is when quali gets underway for F2, which is going to be a bit close, because you got... This will end at 1:30. So it's an hour and a half until F2 quali. I feel like that's just not necessary. But anyway, so far we have 16 cars out on track. Now 17. Where's the... Oh, I actually lost the checkered, like, the start-finish line there. It's there. Okay, got it. Can I make this one bigger? No. So, yeah, now we've got 18 cars out. What's the tyres? We've got... everyone on mediums except the Hasses. Remember, Bearman is in place for Magnussen this weekend. Not this weekend, this practice session. Probably trying to avoid another penalty. Because, you know, if Magnussen gets 2 more penalty points, he's gone. Pretty much. He's gone. See ya. 07. But yeah, everyone on mediums except the Hasses and Carlos Sainz, who are on hard. So no softs, pure medium and pure hard tireage. Lovely stuff. I just followed you. By the way, I do some Oh, not this again. How many people want to come in my kick stream and try and fucking promote their artwork? Bitch, I make my own artwork. Been a designer for years. God's sake. Anyway, right, boom, and then I'm gonna do a boom. I just did a boom boom. Okay, nice. So we don't actually have any lap times yet. Who's like closest? I think Alonso will finish our first lap. Of course, keep in mind, first 15 minutes, probably first half an hour, literally means nothing because it's practice. Hang on. Nice. Okay. So, let's get this on as well. Oh, lovely. Oh, I love it. Alright, so our first lap time is a 22.2 by Esteban Ocon. And actually, what I want to look at is I want to look at 2023. I'll see what the lap times are. Now, in Miami, the lap times were actually cut down by quite a lot from 2023. So... Oh, wait. I just forgot. Guess what? They didn't race at Imola last year, did they? Wow, they didn't do that. Of course, it was there was a massive flood. You had Yuki Tsunoda helping out clear up the floods and things like that. Couple more lap times, so Esteban Ocon a 22.2, Hulkenberg a 26 dead, we'll ignore that. Bearman a 21.7, Stroll a 21.5, Sainz 21.2, Perez 21 dead, Verstappen... Alright, so Verstappen's just gone fastest by a second already over his teammate, and then Charles Leclerc pops up into pit. Okay, you know what? I need to stop looking at these lap times. So we've got Perez in P5 at 21 dead, Leclerc at 20.7, Tsunoda at 20.7, Verstappen at 20 dead, Russell at 19.7. So we're already into the 19s. I want to see practice 1 in Imola 2022, Really? Must have been raining. Yeah, no, it was raining. I was going to say, there's no way at 29.4, so I can't even look at previous years as a representative, because I can't look at 2021, because there's a completely different regulation of car. Like, it's... Okay, so I can't do any comparisons to the previous years. Hamilton pops up to P2, only 5 thousandths away from his teammate at 19.7. And there we go. So I'm going to go on sector times now, so we can see if anyone's going to improve. And we'll go from there. Yeah, Red Bull do... Wait, they've got a new front wing! Shut up! Do they really? A new front wing. What happened to the old one? Perez probably broke it. And he stopped digging out Perez. He's driving well. Right, Hulkenberg on a lap. So is Stroll, and Sainz, and Ocon, and Hulkenberg, and Norris are all doing some laps. Oh no, Norris isn't. I'm lying. Sainz fastest sector 2 at 27.3. Now, we'll be treating this as sort of a mini quali. Like, when someone sets a purple sector or a green sector, I'm going to get a bit gassed just to make it a bit more exciting. Do you know what I mean? I was going to say something that I completely forgot. So Hulkenberg crosses the line, actually just stays P12. Ocon goes P5 at 20.4. Tsunoda isn't on a lap. Sainz goes P3 at 19.7, so 49 milliseconds away from Russell. Fastest sector 2 and 3. GG's. No one else on a lap. Oh, no, mind, Hulkenberg is. Stroll's about to finish. He's currently P10. Lance Stroll's going to jump up to P5, 20.1. Now, what I'm actually interested in is, what is Lance Stroll going to do against Fernando Alonso this weekend? Because, I mean, you know, you could say there was a couple here, but realistically, Stroll was better than Alonso by quite a distance in Miami. Although they were both shit, Stroll was faster, out-qualified him in both qualies, I think, and, you know, out-raced him. So, Fernando Alonso bounced back. Yuki Tsunoda fastest sector 1 by 12 milliseconds over Russell with 25 dead, then a 27.4 through the middle sector. I believe we are all on medium tyres still. Yes, we are, apart from Sainz, Hulkenberg. Oh no, Behrman's gone on the mediums as well now. So just Sainz and Hulkenberg left on hards. Russell ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's really nice. Ocon on the radio saying, the ride on the straights is hitting the plank. I'm jumping. The car is taking off. And then I just closed my... And bit of porpoising coming back, it seems. I remember what I was going to say now. I'm actually probably going to bring back my other YouTube channel, which is a bit like Mark Goldbridge's That Football, where I basically just talk bollocks about F1. Because it ain't really got a place on my main YouTube channel. But I might as well, you know, do like driver tier lists, reviews and stuff. Could be cool. Anyway, Tsunoda goes up to P2, a 19 dead. Russell at 19 dead, Hamilton an 18.998, Piastri at an 18.986. So we're only 9 minutes in and we are already into the 1 minute 19s. Actually, I might as well go back to 2021 Imola and see what the lap times were. A 1 minute 16 by Bottas in 2021. Now those cars were considerably faster than these ones. But, you know, we're only 9 minutes in, we're only on the medium tyres, and we're already doing 18s. So it's only like 1.5 seconds over the course of a whole hour. That's not outrageous. Max Verstappen now cooking, crosses the line. Verstappen goes P1 by 0.4, an 18.6. Perez, half a second quicker than Verstappen through sector 2, sorry, but half a second down through sector 1. So he's half a second down and then half a second up. So they're about equal. Perez comes round the final corner, turn number 18. He comes across the line and he goes P2 by 8 milliseconds behind his teammate. And like I said, Perez needs a strong weekend because we know from history, we saw it in 2023, we saw it in 2022. After about round 5 or 6, Perez becomes horrible. 2022, not quite so much. He was there or thereabouts, but not really. He was getting done by the Ferraris quite a lot. And 2023, we know what happened there. And 2023 was actually after Miami. Miami, you know, Perez didn't have the same situation. You know, in last year, he started P1, Verstappen was like P9. By lap 14, Verstappen was ahead and won by 20 seconds. That shattered Perez. This week, last weekend, I keep saying last weekend, last race weekend in Miami is a bit different though, because, you know, Perez started like P5 and then finished P5, you know what I mean? So, nothing like too earth-shatteringly bad for Perez. but it's usually around round 6 or 7 where it goes wrong. So if he continues to be good this weekend, and maybe the next couple, Perez is back and he has truly, like, figured it out. Although, we sort of know why he's figured it out. It's because, according to Helmut Marko, he has finally actually decided to just do a similar setup to Verstappen. For some reason, in previous years, he has tried to go tried to go the opposite direction than Verstappen was set up, try and come up with his own thing. Now he's just basically using Verstappen's setup, and it's obviously working. So there you go. Daniel Ricciardo is up to P9, and he is improving on another lap. Any soft runners yet? I'd be surprised. No, still just... Actually, Lando Norris came out on the softs for like 2 milliseconds. It did like one cooldown lap, or warm-up lap, and then went straight back in. George Russell goes P1. Oh my. Russell does an 18.2. Okay. Piastri and 18.2 as well. We're already close to the 1 minute 17s. We are only half a second away from the fastest time in practice 1 already. Yeesh! See how Danny Rick gets on. He had a really stinky. Actually, no, sector 2 ain't horrible. It's not very good, but he hasn't improved, but it still ain't awful. He's going to cross the line, and he's abandoned his lap. Valtteri Bottas isn't on a lap. He's going to begin one. Logan Sargent's on a lap. He goes from P17 to P15. Go on, Logan. What a driver. Get him the contract extension now. Carlos Sainz around the final corner, improving in both Sector 1 and 2. Crosses the line and goes P5 with a 1 minute 18.6. Esteban Ocon is improving. Tsunoda's not doing a lap. Piastri isn't. Leclerc is. Russell isn't. Verstappen isn't. Leclerc fastest Sector 2. Now, we know Ferrari's got a lot of performance upgrades, so does Aston. So Aston and Ferrari are the cars to watch this weekend. Of course, as well, I mean, most teams have upgrades, but the point is, Ferrari have double the amount of everyone else, and Aston has even more. Aston has 9 performance upgrades, Ferrari has 7, the next most is like 3. Leclerc goes P3, a 1 minute 18.4, so 3/10 away from the Mercedes at the moment, although of course this is only 15 minutes into the first practice. It literally means nothing. It's like pre-season testing. It literally means nothing. It's still fun to look at though, don't get me wrong. When someone says a purple sector, or they improve their lap time, or they go onto soft tyres, I still get excited. It's good fun. This Alpine team principal has such like dodgy English, I genuinely can't understand it. I can't understand what this geezer's saying. I genuinely can't do it. Piastri comes back out. What is he on? He's on mediums again. Oh, why no softs? Russell, Verstappen, and Albon are all improving their lap times. And it's very strange with streaming. On Twitch, you get a lot of comments about, like, oh, you want free followers, you want to buy some followers, go to this website, and then you just ban them. On Kick, it's a bit different. On Kick, I've not had a single person, don't know why I said it like that. You don't have a single person talking about, like, oh, you want to buy followers and stuff like that. The one I get, and one that people get is, like, I do graphic design work. And that leads me to believe that these are actual people. But what I think most people fail to understand about me, and I don't expect them to know, I'm literally a graphic designer. I know my graphics on my like socials aren't very good, but that's because I do a lot more like advertisements and things like that. I'm literally a graphic designer is my occupation. I don't need graphic design work done. Anyway, back to F1. Russell has extended his lead, he's improved his lap time to a 1 minute 17.9, Verstappen with an 18 dead. And if I go back to Imola in 2021, like I said, the best lap time was a 16.56. we're in a 17.9, so we're only 1.4 seconds away. And, you know, you put on the softs, let the track rubber in a bit more. I think that's that might not be doable. I don't know. I'm not too sure. Anyway, back to sectors. I think Sainz just improved as well. He did. He improved his lap time, but stayed, went up to... Actually, no, I think he did actually go up. Yeah, he did. He went from P6 to P4 for Carlos Chili Sainz. Chili! Genuinely wondering where he's going to go next year. Because he ain't going Mercedes. Well, actually, he could go there, but even if he doesn't, there's probably not going to be an option at stake. There's no... He ain't going to go to a stake anyway, because they're shit. There's maybe a seat at Williams, but you ain't going to go there. There's a seat at Haas, but that's probably going to get taken by Behrman. There's literally nowhere else on the grid for him to go apart from maybe the second stake seat, or what I think is his best chance, but it's still an unlikely chance, is the second Mercedes seat. That is literally his only chance to get a seat in F1, but of course, Audi's coming in, 26. They might sack off Bottas or Joe if one of them was to stay next season and then get Sainz in, but you still wouldn't want to take a year out. You just wouldn't. So yeah, very tricky one for Mr. Chili. Piastri moves up to P2. Oh, he's also in the 17s, and he didn't even improve in Sector 2. Look at this geezer go. Piastri is... I feel like suddenly he's underrated. Like, last season he was being called the best rookie in F1 history, or at worst, the second best rookie other than Hamilton. But this season, you know, he's P2. He had a really good race in Miami. Keep in mind, Piastri didn't even have the upgrades that Lando had last weekend. I stopped saying last race. And he was still like in P2 for a long time. Tsunoda's gone up to P4 and 18-1. I feel like Tsunoda's actually a bit overrated. Although maybe that's just I don't like him very much. I don't think he's anywhere close to a top-level driver. I could be wrong, and I'm open to being wrong. I just don't think he's got it in him. Oh, we have a yellow flag. It's Alex Albon. Alex Albon is off. Please tell me he crashed. I mean, like, please tell me he crashed and he's perfectly okay. But it'd be so funny if Albon has crashed. I mean, I love Albon and I love Williams is probably my second favourite team, but just the pure, just the fact that they crash every single weekend. Is he got going yet? No, he's still there. Boring! He's just spun and got on the grass, and when you're on the grass, you don't have, for some reason, Formula 1 cars just don't work on grass. And we have a red flag. So next, probably 10-15 minutes, red flag. But he hasn't crashed. He's just spun. And because he's in the grass, he can't actually move. So unluckily for me, luckily for Williams, no damage to repair, no extra money needing spent. But yeah, Alex Albon crashes out. I forgot I'm still ill. He's currently only P14 as well. He's actually behind his teammate in the leaderboards. So, not looking too good for him. But we are officially a third of the way through. So, of course, this is now where I read through the leaderboard and the lap time. So, P1 currently is George Russell with a 1 minute 17.9. We've got Piastri at 1 minute 17.9. Hamilton an 18 dead. Verstappen an 18 dead. Tsunoda an 18.15. Sainz an 18.26. Leclerc an 18.47, Perez an 18.61, Stroll a 19.1, Ricciardo a 19.2, Behrman a 19.5, Ocon a 19.85, Sargent a 19.9, Albon a 20 dead, Gasly a 20.6, Bottas a 20.9, Zhou Guanyu a 21.6, and Hulkenberg a 22.5. Really annoying for Hulkenberg is where he just put on the soft tyres, and now there's a red flag. And honestly, I don't know if anyone can tell me in all three of my chats, but is it Zhou Guanyu or Guanyu Zhou? Because the commentator says Zhou Guanyu. The live timing says Guanyu Zhou. So, is it fine to say either, or is there actually a specific one? Because isn't it like his English name would be Guanyu Zhou, but his Chinese name is Zhou Guanyu? Something like that. I could be wrong, but I don't want to like start calling him his wrong name, because I think that's just not very nice. Yeah, red flag. Nice. Yay, I like red flags, I do. They cheer me up. You know, I love red flags. Ah. Oh, for goodness sake. Really, Albon, you have to just bin it for no reason. Come on, man. Might as well go shit post on Twitter in the meantime. Oh, this is a great clip. Alright, anything special? Alright, what can I talk about? Gotta be signed, surely. Oh, Parrot. That is one of the funniest things I have ever seen in my life. Literally for this weekend, Williams have brought in... Wait, where is it? Here. Williams. 1 times reliability. And it turns out Alex Albon didn't spin. He actually lost power. Oh, Williams. And also, this is... Now they can... Because so far this season, this is what Williams have broke. 4 gearboxes, 5 floors, 4 front wings, and 4 rear wings. And now they've got engine problems. And their poor start to 2024 continues. That's just really funny. I don't know why, but that just is funny. We're back on the way yet? What in the timing? What? I literally... That is incredible. That is insane. I literally just said I'll be back underway yet, and as soon as I said that, my live timing went, yep, green flag, off you pop. Oh my god, that is actually insane. Alright, cool, we're back underway. And we instantly have Lance Stroll on soft tyres coming out of the pits. Lando Norris on softs. Hulkenberg on softs. Alonso on mediums. Leclerc on mediums. We have got some soft tyre runners. Let's go. 34 minutes left, and actually, yeah, that's working out quite well, because practice will end at 1:30, and it's an hour and a half until F2 practice. That gives me time to finish my daily YouTube video, and then 3:45 I'll be back for practice 2. So this will end at 1:30 BST, and then I'll be back at 2:45 BST, so 2:45 for F2 qualifying. That'll end at R3, and then at 3:45 that's a lot. Anyway, Russell on softs and Bearman as well. We have soft runners. Oh yes. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I love soft runners. It means that the lap times are gonna go down. Got both Red Bulls out now as well. Verstappen on mediums, Perez on mediums, Leclerc on medium. I already said that. Anyone else? Nope, just those. So we have got 5 soft runners at the moment, which is lovely. Good stuff. Give me lap times. Right, Leclerc, fastest sector 1 on the mediums, a 24.5. Stroll not improving on Leclerc's sector 1, I mean. Alonso's going to cross the line, the first driver to finish a lap. He's P20, and he goes P16. Let's go! What an absolute legend of the sport. Lando Norris also pops up to P11 with a 19.2. Stroll goes P6 with a 18.2, and then we have Hulkenberg crossing the line at 25.9. He's currently way down on everyone. Hulkenberg crosses the line and goes P19, a 21 dead. Perez is improving, but his sector times really aren't nothing special. He's up on Stroll, but I'd be surprised if he even gets into 1:17s. But keep in mind, he is on medium still. Leclerc does a 17.4 and goes quickest. What a geezer. Ollie Bearman goes P10 on the softs and 18.6. Sergio Perez goes P6 and 18.1, so 7/10 off the Ferraris. The Ferrari. Verstappen's probably going to cook the entire competition right now. He's a 10.5 up on Perez through Sector 1. And I don't actually know where Sector 2 is. Where is Sector 2? It's just before the chicane, isn't it? Surely. Possibly. Probably. Maybe. Yeah, it is. Ball knowledge. So Verstappen actually 3/10 down on Perez through Sector 2. Got a bit of traffic. Piastri and Hamilton both improved their lap. No, they don't. I need to stop reading things that aren't actually happening. So Verstappen is going to finish his lap. He is going to finish his lap, but I doubt he'll even improve. Crosses the line. Doesn't improve on his lap time because he got held up in quite a lot of traffic through Sector 2. No one else on laps as well, so nice little cool down period. And I must say, this hat does not fit on my head. My head is very large. It's also abnormally shaped. My head isn't like a normal person's head, which is like a water. How can I? It's like squished. It's like it's more this way than that way. Mine's just a watermelon. So things like helmets and caps and hats have never fit me because they're designed for, like, you know, a normal shaped head. Mine isn't. Anyway, back to F1. Piastri fastest sector 1 at 24.3. Sainz, Ricciardo, Norris, Alonso all improving as well. Is Leclerc on a lap? No. So who's the first one to finish a lap? It's Alonso. Alonso around turn 18. I can't believe they call that a corner, but he comes around turn 19, then across the line, and Alonso goes P13 and 19.6. Piastri also goes fastest in Sector 2. Sainz then nabs it by 30 milliseconds. Piastri crosses the line. No, he doesn't. That's his teammate. Norris goes up to P11 and 19 dead. Tsunoda goes P2 at 17.4, the same as Leclerc. Then Piastri crosses the line. Piastri only... Alright, Piastri's had a stinker in that final sector. And then Sainz goes P1. And Tsunoda's on the mediums as well. Wow. Russell goes P4. So we have Sainz goes 3/10 quicker than his teammate. Sainz on soft tyres. Tsunoda does the same lap time as Leclerc. They're both on mediums. Russell, Piastri and Hamilton are all slower and they're on softs. I don't even know. Speaking of Hamilton, there he goes. Hamilton up to P2 with a 17.4. I'm confused. And then Leclerc nabs it back with a 17.3. What a driver. Gasly on a lap now as well. He's making his way through the fast... The uphill, you know what I mean. That one finishes Sector 2. He's currently a 27.3 is a bit shit, but he's in an Alpine after all. Not a bad Sector 1. That's a horrible Sector 1, actually. I've changed my mind. That's really bad. I thought that was alright, but it's actually a second slower than the top, so... You know. So Gasly comes round turn 18. He's currently P17. Alpine have picked up some form, though. They're looking quite good. It crosses the line and Gasly goes P14. Of course, at the start of this season, Alpine will probably by far the slowest team on the grid for at least the first 3 or 4 races. They've really turned it around, scored a point in Miami, and they're looking good. They did Ocon get a Q3 in Australia as well. They did a McLaren. They turned it around very quickly. Good team. I hate them because they're French. Good team, though. Alonso on a lap, he's making his way around the same bit, you know, it goes like, huh, and then, yeah, you know? Yeah? Nice. Alonso goes across Sector 2 at 27.4. His pace don't look too horrible. I believe he is still on the soft tyres as well. No, he's on the mediums now. He's going quicker on the mediums. How does that make sense? He's quicker on the... I give up. Someone there, I don't know if that's... I think that might be Ricardo, has just sent it about 65,000 miles off the track and he's gone straight into the gravel. Is that Ricardo? Is it? Please? We don't know. Also, one of the McLarens went off as well. I believe Lando Norris. I didn't even realise. David Croft ain't here this weekend, is he? It's like the first weekend in like 7 years that he's missed. Thank God, personally. But I like him personally because because he's a West Ham fan. He's a decent bloke, but my God, a shocking commentary. Like, he has his moments, but most of it's just, yeah. It's like before they begin their commentary, it's like they sit there And they say to themselves, right, remember, our audience are all 4-year-olds. We need to speak like that. Like, we're talking to 4-year-olds. And that's what they do. Like, so will the mediums be faster than the softs this weekend? Well, no. Or they say things like, I don't know, but they just say really obvious things. And that's why I hate their broadcast. They speak like every single person watching has never watched F1 before. It's really annoying. Anyway, George Russell goes fastest, a 17 dead on the soft tyres. So we are actually 4 tenths away from 2021's fastest time. So we might not actually get to that at this stage. We have 20 minutes left though. You never know, but 4 tenths is still a lot, and it's numerous. Ocon, Alonso, and Ricciardo are both improving, and Logie Sagi. Here comes Danny Rick. He hasn't gone off again this time. He's going to cross the line, and he goes P10 with an 18-1, which is, I believe, 7 tenths off his teammate on the same tyres. Rough. Tsunoda not on a lap. Hamilton. Oh, Tsunoda was on a lap. He's actually managed to improve to P4 despite not improving in any sector. I don't know how he's done that. Bottas, very quiet session. Ocon is improving. Ocon improves but stays P13. Bottas has fallen off massively. I actually called him the best performing driver of the year purely because he was getting into Q3 consistently in that car and was also in some really strong races, but he's had a stinker his last couple. Hamilton and Leclerc both improving as well. Logan Sargent doesn't even improve his lap time despite an improved Sector 1 and 2, really bad Sector 3. Speaking of Bottas, he's just gone quickest of himself. He's beat his personal best in Sector 1 is what I'm trying to say. Leclerc fastest in Sector 2. I'm liking this Ferrari, sort of speed. I like it a lot, The Ferraris look very good. The Mercedes, I must say, look very good as well. They're up there. Russell P1, Hamilton P5, but only like a tenth away. I've just smashed my fucking mic with my hat, sorry. Leclerc crosses the line. Leclerc goes P1. And we're in to the 1 minute 16s. A 16.990 for Charles Leclerc with 21 minutes remaining. What a driver. Bottas, no improvement through Sector 2. I wouldn't be surprised if he abandons that lap because that was a horrible Sector 2. That's like 2-3 seconds away from what you should be doing. Looks like he's going to carry on now. Bottas does abandon his lap, so he'll whiz around and go again. Hamilton is on a lap, but he actually had a really good Sector 1 and then gave up in Sector 2. So no laps. We only actually have like 6 cars on track right now, 7 cars. I didn't see Sargent. And none of them are improving their lap times. Russell is going for a lap. He just isn't improving. Maybe a good Sector 3? Oh, nope, he's going to abandon that and go into pits as well. So, Gasly's on a lap. Nice one! We like that from Gazza. Tsunoda's currently stopped at the end of the pit lane. I don't know if he's doing a practice start. That's exactly what he's doing. Why would you do a practice start with 20 minutes left? Don't you get to do a free practice start at the end of the session anyway? Bit odd. Oh yeah, Gasly, that's the one. Sector times, honestly, for the Alpine, it don't look too bad for that there kind of area. P14, please stop bashing my mic. So that kind of area, P14 kind of gaff. Gasly crosses the line, improves his lap time, and stays in P12. How do you even manage that? The gaps are so close. Usually, if you improve even by a little bit, you'd probably go up a place or two. Who's text? Piss off! Leave! No one cares. Go away. Right, 20 minutes left. Our second leaderboard update. We have Leclerc in P1 with a 16.990. The first driver to get in the 160s this weekend. George Russell at 17.9. Can I speak properly? Challenge. A 17.09. Sainz at 17.1, Tsunoda at 17.4, that's quite a big gap to be fair. Hamilton at 17.4, Piastri at 17.8. A full 10th gap between P5 and 6. Okay. Perez in P7 at 17.9. Verstappen in P8 and 18 dead. Lance Stroll P9 and 18 dead. Ricciardo at P10, 18.1. Ollie Behrman, P11 and 18.6. Very good session for Behrman, to be fair, although he has got a full F1 weekend apart from the first 2 practices under his belt. So is he really much of a rookie anymore? I suppose he is actually, isn't it? I mean, you're a rookie for your first full season. So yeah, he is. Anyway, Gasly an 18.7, Ocon an 18.8, Alonso an 18.9, Norris an 19 dead, Bottas an 19.8, Sargent an 19.9, Albon an 20 dead, Hulkenberg a 21 dead, Zhou Guanyu 21.6. Nice one. 4.6 seconds, by the way, between the top 20. Unreal. 4.6. It's usually in, like, the later practices, like practice 3 and quali, it's like 1.2 or 2. I need to start speaking properly. 1.2 or 1 second, not 2 seconds. I'm going to lose my mind. I really am. I can't speak my own language. I can speak better Spanish than English, for crying out loud. Ugh. Five cars out on track. We have Stroll, Bobo, Sagi, Ocon, Camel Toe are all at the pits right now. And they're on softs. Everyone on softs. W. Any post on Twitter that's interesting? Oh, apparently. Oh, wait. Hamilton apparently just this second just spun. And by this second, I literally mean like right now. Actually, that is the first ever time I've gone on Twitter and I've seen a Twitter post say now. Not like 14 seconds ago or 20 seconds, just now. So Hamilton went for a little spin. Max Verstappen's also on track now on brand new softs. Ocon, sorry, has improved his lap time to an 18.6. He's up to P11. So good for him. He's recovering well from the dismal start to the season. Unlike Williams, who just haven't done that at all. They have not improved since the start of the season at all. Let's get the sector times up, because I believe a couple of cars are going for some laps. No, they're not. Wow. We do have, I believe, maybe Zhou Guanyu or Ollie Behrman, one of those two. I think Ollie Behrman is... No? Wait, I'm confused. So Zhou Guanyu... What? I'm so confused. So Behrman might be on a lap. We'll see what his sector time is when he gets round to it. He did get held up by Zhou Guanyu for a very, very long time through Sector 1. So it probably is about to be the worst Sector 1 time of the whole weekend. Where is Sector 1 ain't even showing? They just haven't even shown the Sector 1. Okay, sod it. I guess we can't look at his Sector 1 then, eh? Stroll on a lap, but it's an absolute stinker, about 1.4 seconds off sort of representative pace. That could be a warm-up lap. Usually when they do a warm-up lap, sometimes they do go like 90% speed, just to get as much warmth in the tyres as possible. Verstappen's also gone back in, and now he's back out again. Verstappen, you confuse me. I can't lie. You puzzle me. Why would you go in the pits and then come out the pits? No idea. Right, Behrman, I'll be on a lap, son. Yellow through turn 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Right, if he's on a lap, he is on a lap, it's just shit. Right? That's what's going on. Right, Max Verstappen, he ain't gonna be on a lap yet. Zhou Guanyu might be. Yes, he is. A 25.2 for Zhou Guanyu. Nice rhythm there. He's green through the entirety of the first sector. And what turn is that? 8 and 9 and 10 is green. His car's green, and so far his entire lap's green, apart from the exit of turn 7. He's also yellow through the exit of turn 14, but green through 14 and 15. He's a 27.8 through the middle sector. That ain't horrible. That's like, you know, P13, P14 kind of area. Continues to be green, but it seems like the exits, he's losing a lot of time. The exit of 7, the exit of 13, the exit of 14 and 15, and the exit of 18. All shit. But he crosses the line, and Zhou Guanyu goes P17. What a driver. I'd say keep him. Genuinely, what a geezer. Absolute legend of sport. Right, Max Verstappen, you can do a lap now, please. Perez is also out, and I believe Perez is on softs as well. Yes. Final 13 minutes of this first practice session before an hour and a half wait until F2 quali. And then after that, practice 2. Nice one. Verstappen fastest through turn 1 and 2. Green through 4, 5 and 6 and 7. And fastest sector 1. Verstappen through sector 2. He's not improving very much, but he's improved in the sector. A lot of yellow, though. And unfortunately, because of the miracle that is advertisements, I can't even do the funny thing I was going to do. Okay, I got a better one. Oh! Honestly, anyone who advertises shit, I'm going to hurt you. Trying to do fun things. I try and play Max Verstappen's song because he was about to go fastest, and then I get an advert that's an unskippable 30-second advert, and then by the time I can actually play the song, he not only has already finished his lap, but he's only P4. I then try and play the Sergio Perez song because he was on a lap. There's another unskippable advert. I watch that. The song plays. When the song plays, he's already finished, and he's P4. He's ahead of Verstappen. I am going to lose my mind. Honestly, I don't do anything fun. Ever. Crying out loud. Right, we have got a few more cars on track though, so we should see quite a few more soft runs. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, the Red Bulls look a bit shit. You know, the Mercedes and the Ferraris, they look quite good, I must say. I think the Ferraris might be the best, and the Mercedes maybe second. McLaren are a bit shit as well, I must say. You know, from winning the Miami Grand Prix, utter dreamland for Nando Loris and McLaren. Now they're shit. Nando Loris is currently in P16. Meanwhile, you know, the likes of, you know, George Russell, Lars Leclerc, George Russell, George Russell, Carlos Sainz, you know, you've got Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen are all doing better than Nando Loris and Puska Oyastri. It's shit for the McLaren team. No one's improving on their lap times either. What about Lance Stroll? Going for it? Oh yeah, Lance Stroll lap time. Currently ahead of his teammate, Lance Stroll, P10. Fernando Alonso, P10. No, not P10. That's Lance Stroll. P15 for Fernando Alonso. Mr. Crash Prone. I should call him, really. Lance Stroll. I need to remember to use my nicknames that I have for the drivers. You know, you got Charles Leclerc, Posh Spice, Chili, Tequila Perez, Max Verstappen, Camel Toe, Pastry, Gaza, Mr. Crash Prone, Danny Rick, Avocado, Bobo, Fernando Alonso, Loris. I can't call him No-Wins anymore. What the fuck is a kilometre, and Albano and the Hulk? You know, I need to start using these names. Anyway, Alonso a 24-4 through the first sector. Stroll a 24-7. Stroll through the second sector a 27-1. Alonso a 26-7. Lance Stroll is shit. Fernando Alonso's back. Lance Stroll across the line. Lance Stroll doesn't improve his lap time in 18.6 for Mr. Lance Stroll. Is he on? What time is he on? He's on softs. Okay. Hamilton on a lap, not improving, so he doesn't go anywhere. Alonso is improving a lot and actually abandons his lap. Why? No idea. Hulkenberg, not improving. Leclerc, not improving. Oh, he is on a lap, but not improving. Norris, not improving. Ow, I keep bashing my head on my mic. Sainz, not improving. Russell, not improving. And they're all on laps as well. They're all trying. It's just whether the tyres are a bit too old or they just don't work anymore, they're not improving. Simple as. Final 8 minutes. I feel like this session has been really slow. Like, extraordinarily slow. It usually goes quicker than this, and that's just not what's happened at all. Oh, apparently Verstappen going into the pits and coming straight back out, he had a tear off in his brake duct. So there you go, good comms by RBR News. Karoon, I'm going to be honest, mate. I don't think they brought Ricciardo back to RB because they thought he'd be a #1 driver. I think they brought him back because of how shockingly bad Nick de Vries was. Yeah? Comprendo? Nice. Max Verstappen, fastest sector 1 at 24.1. That is stupidly quick. Yellow through the exit of 7 and 11 and 8 and 12. It improves in sector 2 though, despite the dodgy exits. So he is going to continue making his way through sector 3. And he's the only driver so far, not only just on a lap, but actually improving. Bro, I didn't even realise, why has Verstappen got a new engineer? Also, Verstappen's gone off. He locked up into the chicane, I believe. Yeah! He got a bit loosey-goosey on the rear and corrected it and saved the day. Good job, Max Verstappen. Well done. And I didn't even realise, Verstappen's got a new engineer. Whether, I mean, I'd assume that Lambiase is, just probably ill or not there or something like that. But yeah, he's got a different one. So Verstappen abandons his lap, because obviously that huge moment. Gasly improves his lap time and goes up to P10. And we are entering the final 5 minutes of this session. We have 18 cars out on track. The only cars that aren't on track is Stroll and, of course, Albon, because his car died. Rest in peace. Williams, FWB, whatever it's called, you'll be missed. Tyres, we have a mixture of all three, to be fair. Everyone's just mucking about at this stage. And why can I smell fresh fish and chips? I live in the middle of the country. There ain't going to be fresh fish and chips because the closest sea is about 2 hours away. Anyway, I'll let you know if someone starts improving their lap times, but we only have a couple soft runners. There's only Perez, Verstappen, Alonso, Gaza, Mr. Crash Prone, Loris, Avocado, and Joe are on softs. So only those ones are probably going to improve. But I was trying to find some info on... Oh, it's just FP1. So it says here, his name's Tom Hart, who is actually Verstappen's performance engineer. He's gonna be his race engineer just for practice one. Maybe Lambiasi got a flight delayed. Unlucky. Feels bad. Rest in peace. Alright, back to the live timing. Do we have any form of lap time or fun? Please? Oh, people are doing lap times, but no one's improving. Probably because, you know, they're on old tyres. And, of course, some of them aren't even on softs. They're on, like, mediums. So we probably might not see any improvements for the rest of this session, and there's a decent chance that we might actually end with just the one driver in the 1 minute 16s. Unlucky. Realistically, very unlucky. Oh, I'm tired. Oh. God, I'm such a busy boy. I'm sitting here, I'm doing a watch along of practice one. I then need to, as soon as this stream ends in about 5 minutes, I then need to go and get a video done for 5 PM today. So that'll be uploaded at 5. I need to upload it, I need to render it, upload it, and then make the thumbnail for it. Then, in an hour and a half, I need to do a watch along of F2 quali. And then when that ends, 15 minutes after that, I'm going live for practice 2 on here. And that won't end until like 4 or 5. I'm here for hours, but it's all part of the grind. Final 2 minutes, and Hulkenberg decides to go for a lap, and Lando Norris. Finally, we get some actual lap times. Let's go. So Hulkenberg has a really bad... What is Hulkenberg doing? He's currently, you know, how far? He is currently a second away from 19th place Albon and 2.4 seconds away from his teammate Ollie Behrman, who's having a very good session, I must say. After crashing in practice, he comes and has a good session in FP1 from F1. But yes, just confused as to why Hulkenberg, even after improving in Sector 1, really bad Sector 2 and 3, it doesn't even improve his lap time. Shocking. Norris goes from P12 to P8, a 17.6 for him. Zhou Guanyu is improving. He did come around the final corner, although he didn't improve in Sector 1, so he might not actually improve his overall lap time. But here he comes. Will he do it for the boys? No, he will not. Final 40 seconds. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm dying for a cup of tea. And away. Max Verstappen on another lap. The fastest Sector 1 of anyone. Sergio Perez also had a really... He actually went fastest through turn 4. And that was it. Yellow everywhere else had a really bad lap time by him. A 17.9. But here comes Verstappen. Wait. Well, we know what's coming! No! You bitch! You son of a bitch! Oh my god, bro! As soon as I play the song, he abandons his lap. Oh! Why can't I do anything fun? For crying out loud. Oh, and the session ends. Why can't I do anything fun? For God's sake. Right. FP1 has ended, and your final finishing order is Leclerc with a 6. It's actually exactly the same, pretty much, as 20 minutes ago. I'm not going to bother saying the actual lap times, just go look them up. Leclerc P1, Russell P2, Sainz P3, Perez P4, Verstappen P5, Tsunoda P6, Hamilton P7, Norris P8, Piastri P9, Alonso P10, Gasly P11, Stroll P12, Ricciardo P13, Ocon P14, Behrman P15, Bottas P16, Joe Guanyu P17, Logan Sargent P18, Albon P19, and Hulkenberg P20. I don't know what Hulkenberg's doing, to be fair. Why is he in F1? He's a second off Albon, and he's 2 seconds off Sargent, and he's 4 seconds off the fastest time on the same tyres. Nice. Anyway, that's going to be all from me here today for the practice numero uno in the gaff known as Formula 1 Practice 1 at Imola, Emilia-Romagna Gran Premio di whatever the fuck it's called. I'll be back, like I said, in an hour and a half's time. I think. I mean, F2 says... Oh, never mind, I guess I can't look. You click on the calendar and it just says the summary rather than the date. Nice, big dub. So actually, F2 could start in half an hour and I wouldn't be ready for that, so I might just miss that accidentally. But according to this, in an hour and a half, I'll be back for F2 practice. And then if you're only interested in F1, come back at 3:45. 3:45 p.m. Okay? I think. So 2:45 for 2:45 for the F2 quad. That's an hour and 15. And then it's, so 3:45, come back for F1 practice 2. That's gonna be all from me. Thank you for watching my epic YouTube live stream, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye! Bye-bye. Wow.
You have to play your own game. Cover it up, don't let them know what you're thinking.